Hi, this is Carolyn. This is my second Padlet video, and the article I chose for today is Shedding Light on the Darkest Regions of the Moon. And so this article basically just talked about current understandings of the South Pole on the Moon and NASA's plans to explore it further. So in 2009, a NASA satellite crashed into the South Pole of the Moon, and the ice that was collected after that crash really sparked an interest in scientists, and they wanted to learn more about the composition of the ground in those areas and how much ice there was. And so in some of their research, they found that the ground in these areas on the moon, which are called permanently shadowed regions, or PSRs. PSRs are sections of the moon that are never touched by daylight, and that's because of the very slight tilt in the axis of the moon. There are just some parts of the moon that never get any sunlight, and so that's made it very difficult for scientists to explore those areas just because they can't see it, and so they aren't able to just visually confirm if they're able to land any spacecraft on there to do more research. And so in previous studies, they came to the conclusion that the ground composition in these dark areas in the South Pole are very porous and loose, and that's because of the permanent darkness. There's no real seasons that would happen that could cause the ground to compact on itself and compress. And sorry, my computer just fell asleep. There's nothing that could make the ground sturdy like it could on other parts of the moon. So in the past, they weren't able to confirm if a rover was able to land safely on the moon. But in a current study, it didn't say the date in the article that I could find, but a current study found that the water ice that's in the South Pole actually collects in the cracks and the grooves of the ground, which make it a much safer surface for the rover to get on. And so they would be able to safely send a rover to the moon, the South Pole of the moon. At the end of the article, they discussed the plan of the rover. The abbreviation is VIPER. I don't remember exactly what it stood for, but the VIPER rover is supposed to be made specifically for getting to the South Pole of the moon and exploring that. They said that the goal was 2022 as at the time of the article being written. I looked on NASA's website to see the progress of that and to see if there were any findings. They haven't sent it yet, but the goal is late 2024, so it should be soon. They just don't have anything more specific than that. But the goal of this research is just to understand the composition of those parts of the moon better and to measure the abundance of water ice in those areas. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. I will see you in class. Bye.